right, that's Hillary Clinton hitting on the #1 issue facing the Democrats right now, party unity. As she and Bernie Sanders are locked in a bitter primary battle, Sanders is now taken on the Democratic establishment, saying he will back the opponent of DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz for her congressional seat in Florida. How do you like that? Sanders and his supporters have accused the party, and Wasserman Schultz in particular, of favoring Clinton, criticizing the party for scheduling debates on weekends, having so many closed primaries, and of course that whole super delegate system, which really serves Clinton better than him. But while the Republicans are getting behind Trump, take a look at these poll numbers. Only 2/3 of Sanders supporters say they'd actually vote for Hillary in the fall, and nearly 20% say they'd pick Donald Trump. So can this party ever unite as it hits, gets hits from both Trump and fellow Democrats? Kristen Take and Leslie Marshall are back with me right now. And, I was talking to you about this earlier, Leslie. I really question why he is still in this race. Given that there's really no easy way for him to win. So at this point, it's kind of like sour grapes, right? He's just out there, making life more difficult for her, making it harder for her to unite the party. Does he want to be VP? Does he think she's going to be indicted? What is his goal?
I don't think he thinks she's going to be indicted. I don't think he would want VP, although I think she should offer it to him. He declines, and she says, look, about his mission than he does on keeping a Democrat in the White House, even though he has said a vote for him or Hillary would be better than a vote for Trump or for a Republican. And I think it's also trying with his words and his actions to keep Democrats and push Democrats and the platform of the party, the DNC, as far to the left that he can. So this has now become a mission. Just a quick joke, Trish. They say that Bernie Sanders needs, and I'm just going to make up a number, 700 delegates to become the Democratic nominee. Actually, he has 700 to go. He needs 800. So the numbers are impossible.
But Kristen,
the numbers are impossible.
So the numbers are impossible, but let's not discount how far he's gotten, right? I mean, this guy has done quite well under the circumstances. Does that mean he's a really good candidate, or does it mean she's just that bad of one?
I think it's both. I mean, Bernie Sanders is not going anywhere. Things have never been as good as they are for him right now. He went from the mayor of a small town in Vermont, and now he's this rock star presiding over this huge movement. So I think he just wants to go to the convention, have his little moment in the sun, and he really has no reason to be nice to the DNC right now. They have not treated him very well, like you mentioned with the debates, scheduling those on Saturday nights, basically telling him to stand down. So I don't think Bernie's going anywhere, and frankly, I don't think his supporters or Bernie himself care that he can't win at this point. They want to make this movement go as far as possible and kind of stick it to the elite.
Let's not forget what this movement is and what it represents. I mean, we're talking about socialism, Leslie. Does that trouble you at all that such a big part of your party is feeling more as though we should move towards a socialist economic system as opposed to capitalism, which is the very foundation of this country and what has made us the successful economy we are?
No, it doesn't concern me, because I don't think if you ask most of his supporters what that truly means to be a socialist or a socialistic form of government.
They don't know it.
No, this is the reason. I think they're supporting him because he's an outsider. He's enthusiastic. He's shaking his fist at Wall Street, and he can't be bought. It's the message and not really the details in that message, which is why many of us support Hillary, because she says, look, these are great ideas, but you're not going to be able to sell these to our Congress, whether it's Republicans or a split.
She's being forced to take on more and more of those ideas. I mean, she was just out campaigning, Kristen, the other day, saying we need childcare to be no more than 10% of anyone's actual income. So free childcare, paid time off when you have a baby for parents, free college. I mean, all kinds of things, or at least subsidized college. that really he has pushed her to. How is she going to pivot come the general election when she's up against Trump, who's going to say, I don't know how the heck you're going to pay for anything?
Right. I really think that Hillary's in a tough spot because obviously Bernie has brought her to the left, and I still don't think she'll get a lot of his supporters who don't think she's to the left enough. But then you have independents who, as the recent polls are showing, are starting to go for Trump because they don't like it when Hillary goes to the left. They want moderate, sensible solutions. And as Leslie was saying, I don't think that Bernie's necessarily surging because of socialism. I think that people are struggling. We have a bad job market. You know, people want safety and security, and they know the status quo isn't working. And Bernie gives them hope for the future with this exciting rhetoric. And I think Trump brings that kind of similar rhetoric. So I do believe that Trump will get some of these Bernie supporters. Not all of them, not most of them, but some of them.
Well, this could be a whole redefinition of the parties as we know them. Kristen and Leslie, thank you very much. Good to have both of you here.